Hey everyone, Dr. Greg Gillum with Human Fusion. Today's article review comes from the October 10th, 2019 issue of Harvard Business Review. It's by Rebecca Zucker, and it's entitled How to Deal with Constantly Feeling Overwhelmed. Now it talks about, in the introductory paragraphs, about how we are just working more and more all the time, it seems. The example is Apple's CEO, Tim Cook, starts his day at 3:45 a.m. Now, I admit I don't get up that early, but I do work a lot. Not because I really have to, but because I love what I do. So I love working. But it has its toll, right? I mean, it does. And feeling like you have to work all the time really can have its major disadvantages. So here's some things just to kind of think through from this from this author. Number one is to pinpoint the primary source of overwhelm. This is a thing that helps me. Every single week I look at the primary thing I have to get done, and I try to get that done Monday or Tuesday every single week. So it's looking at that very biggest frog, aka Brian Tracy, eat the frog concept. Get that biggest frog off your plate as early as you possibly can, in the day or in the week, whatever it might be. So that's the number one thing. I think that's a really good one. Number two is set boundaries on your time and on your workload. So time mapping is a very popular thing that deals with this, where you schedule your time and you map it all out. It's a wonderful. I used to do it a long time ago when I first started my coaching practice. I used time mapping exclusively for years. Really liked it, and sort of still use it in some ways. I've just evolved in a few different areas, but set boundaries on your time. Biggest take home here is to make sure you set a time where you're going to stop work every single day and honor that, not only for you, but mainly for your family. The third one is to challenge your perfectionism. So, a lot of times it's just good enough, right? Perfectionists can't deal with just good enough. When I was at Glaxo on the marketing team, our mantra was, if it's 75% ready to go, launch it. Because you waste too much time dealing with the aftermath of the 25%. Next idea here is to outsource or delegate things. So every time you go through a project, or every time you go through a major task, ask yourself, is this something I could actually outsource? And if so, look into that kind of thing. Or is this something that I can delegate as a manager? Now, if you know Human Fusion, you know that delegation is one of our 21 big competencies. And so that's the one you got to learn. You have to learn how to delegate, and delegate very effectively. And then the last idea here is to challenge assumptions. Most of the time, we assume a lot of things about our workload that isn't true. Like, if I don't get there at 6 a.m., my team will feel like that I'm not around, and they will devalue me, right? I mean, yeah, I can understand that, but honestly, most of the time, 95% of our assumptions are not true, especially if they're negative. And so we have to really think through our assumptions and make sure they're not hindering us. Hope that helps. If you like management-related videos like this, please subscribe to Human Fusion, and we'll keep you up to date on all the latest trends that are affecting managers and management practice.